exits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all you here in the building with me. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 destinations for you all this evening. Of course, we're going to kick it off with L'Oreal. Oh, that clip of her and Michael B. Jordan's going around. But wait till you see what I got in store about L'Oreal, because heifer, you doing way too damn much in these streets. We're going to disrespectfully handle you at the top of the show. Then the Boss Network gave a business a $25,000 grant. So very excited about that. Brian McKnight, he is not starting back at 1, and he's not even moving off of the number 1, but he is here, there, everywhere, suing radio stations. We'll talk about that. Tiana Wallace is the daughter of Notorious B.I.G. Biggie, and she has honored her dad a huge way. We'll talk about that. Jaxson, y'all remember the 25-pound baby that was born at a New York City hospital, the biggest one at that particular New York City hospital. Well, he is here, healthy and strong, so we'll update you on him. Local Black, hello, Random Password, welcome in. Local Black is a great platform making it do what it do, and they did some for Black content creators. We'll talk about that. And Lizzo has a new project out there for the culture to consume. Got a lot to talk about, so let's get to it, because higher is waiting, low's available. But either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Shout out to the 15 people that came through. 12 people here now. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. So let's make it do what it do. So L'Oreal and Michael B. Jordan. You know, I really get tired of people moving the goalposts when the heat is too much for them. And that's exactly what L'Oreal is doing. So let's watch this clip of L'Oreal speaking on the Michael B. Jordan situation. Now, recognize this is from Madame Noir. Listen to Black Women. It came out about a year ago, but let's watch that.
Michael B. Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
The corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here.
Was that serious?
And it's never that deep.
Yeah.
Because that man don't know you. Okay, these celebrities that y'all be fighting for, they don't know you.
But look at the hypocrisy, right? They're mad at her for saying someone was corny in high school that she didn't even say, and then proceed to say things 1,000 times worse than what she said.
10,000 times worse.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That doesn't even make sense. And you didn't even say it, and no one has ever said, hey, our bad. We went back and heard the audio. You didn't say it. It was in your friend.
Oh no, people came up to me and was like, oh, you know, my fault. But the disrespect was way louder than the apology. I didn't even, one of my homeboys reached out to me like, oh, Michael said his bad, yo. It was an article he read. He thought you said it. But you went on all these other publications. Not only that, I have a nationally syndicated morning show. Yeah. Come have a seat and talk about it. You know, the thing that hurts from it, and this is why now I watch what I do, because I was defending him a lot. Think about all the people that would say many things about this man. And I would always be like, nah, da, 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 da. Yeah. Oh, I don't be defending people like that no more.
It's really crazy. I feel like the internet has created a hate train that is just never going to come off the tracks.
No.
So when do you cut it off, right? Yeah.
So Danielle Young, that was Danielle Young, by the way. That was Claudia Jordan, Tori Hart, Jessie Wu, and Danielle Young, right, along with L'Oreal. And Danielle Young said there is a hate train that's not coming off the tracks, right? The problem with this is that L'Oreal is moving the goalpost, right? Because she said she did say Michael B. Jordan was corny, but yet made fun of his name. So she still bullied Michael B. Jordan. Now, I'm about to pull up some facts. And the final nail in the coffin I got for y'all probably don't even know it. I'm going to ask Claudia Jordan, Tori Hart, Jessie Wu, and Danielle Young a very important question when we get there. Hello, Lisa Thompson. Welcome and glad to have you here. So let's go to Head Crack. So this is Head Crack here, right? Music and podcast. Catch me live. Got merchandise here. So for those of you who don't know who Head Crack is, right? Head Crack was on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. He was on the Morning Hustle. He was on This Nation. The brother's resume is very, 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 very long. So right here, as you can see, he is an actor, media personality, DJ, and hip-hop artist, right? So I've known of Head Crack for a very long time. Like, I remember when the Morning Hustle, when he got fired from the Morning Hustle, because he was on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, but then he got promoted to the Morning Hustle, and everything in between. When he left or got fired, I gave him some words of encouragement. He responded back to me on Instagram, right? So this is who he is, right? And I'm bringing up resumes because it's important that we understand why we are going here on L'Oreal, right? Because like I said in my thumbnail, the only blue Smurfette we embrace is Rihanna. We don't know her, okay? Not Head Crack, obviously, but we don't know L'Oreal. So let's keep going, right? So then right here, Kyle Santillan, right? So set for the past 7 years, Kyle anchored the Chicago Morning Takeover, right? Where he served as ringleader for a cast that woke up the city every morning with laughs, interviews, news, interviews, entertainment, gossip, skits, parodies, features, mix shows, and more. And so he was on with Kendra G and a comedian, which I cannot remember the comedian's name for the life of me, but let me go to my phone here. WGCI, the Chicago Morning Takeover cast.
The Chicago Morning Takeover on WGCI.
Okay. So it was Leon Rogers. That was the comedian. So they've been making it do what do for a long time. And then before that, he was, doing radio for like 10 years, right? And he did for 10 years from Greensboro, North Carolina, right? And he's always wanted to do a morning radio show. So Kyle's been around for a long time. Head Crack's been around for a long time. Now, you want to talk about professionalism. There was a clip of Toss Away K on the Morning Hustle. I watched the whole thing. I was flabbermagulped, flabbermagagged, flabber-offended. Because for Kyle to have done 10 years in Greensboro, South Carolina, and for him to have 7 years in Chicago, that's 17 years of radio. L'Oreal has not done that. A fifth core or half that. Head Crack, like I said, Ricky Smiley Morning Show, Morning Hustle, Dish Nation, he's known, right? And so usually in the industry, other people will bring you up in interviews. When you say their name, you can say things about them. But, L'Oreal's kind of like the the female child. My bad. I did not mean it to, We're live on tour, listen. But L'Oreal is like the female version of Carlos King. Like, she's in the industry, but she's not known to anybody, right? So I want y'all to look at this clip here, okay? Let's look at this clip.
capping, who's been lying to us, who's been spinning us, who's been BSing us, or who been BSing y'all. Now, on Thursday, we did an interview. We did a couple interviews Thursday, but the first one kicked off with Kaylani. Now, Kaylani came in the building, and we're just going to make it real for everything that happened. Shout out to Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked, because he was one of the people, too, that posted this up and backed the Morning Hustle after things were being said.
Big up.
Now, basically, what happened was Kaylani, we put out an interview, and she looked very upset in the interview, arms folded, arms crossed, whatever the case, whatever have you. Now, she decided to take to social media after this interview came out, and I'm going to tell you our side. She basically said, I see this interview was still released. I've been advised to speak. I was going to remain quiet. Every other recent interview has been bubbly, warm, informative, and open from start to finish. This interview was cringy, a lot of mockery, and invasive. This is why your favorite artists always stop doing interviews or people don't want to speak anymore. I'm only speaking to a select few folks who deeply care about me and always been in my corner, and the fans. Sharing clips out of context doesn't help me. All the comments on YouTube and the video agree with me. It was a whack interview, and in my opinion, it's pretty evident. Now, it was a whack interview. Now, let me tell you why the interview was whack. When Kaylani first came in, her and her team came in about an hour and a half early before our scheduled interview. This is a syndicated morning show. We cannot stop the show in order to do an interview for you because you came early.
Right.
First and foremost, you walk in the door, even though we still did do your interview a little earlier. You walk in the door, you did not speak to anybody in the room. Am I wrong or am I right?
Nah, she was a little cold and distant coming in.
She came in cold and distant, nasty, sat in her chair and folded her arms. Now, as professionals we are, we continue to go on. We're very familiar with the fact that she goes by certain pronouns, and we know this because we listened to Sway's interview.
Like, wow, she's...
Hello, and welcome to the DVC Shop YouTube.
So first of all, as you can already tell, L'Oreal feels away. Now, you don't know what happened with Kaylani that day. Now, I know head crack. I don't know L'Oreal, right? But you can tell from L'Oreal's energy that who would want to get along with her for a job, for a relationship, for a friendship, for a mentorship, or any other ship, right? Head crack, he's feeling away, but he's cool, calm, and even keel. I want you to keep that frame of reference as we keep watching this clip. Because when we get to that final clip, I promise you, you're going to be like, oh, I know this heifer did not do that. And she did. Let's keep going.
YouTube channel where we help Disney fans just like you get the most out of their Disney vacation.
really blossomed. They really blossomed.
You can use she too.
I can use she. Okay. Well, give me effort for trying. Come on, man.
I appreciate that.
Okay, just off the back, so it's okay if I'm mixing up the pronouns.
Yeah, I use both she and they. It's interchangeable. I'm not like I'm not tripping too hard on either.
I'll all sleep on that.
I have a lot of people that sit me down. They're like, I just have a serious question, like which one? And I'm like, well, that's why there's both. It's all good.
It's optional.
Okay, it's optional. But I really do appreciate it. You guys are the first people to like make that emphasis in interview.
Really?
Okay, now let me say, because I do my research, and I heard that part in the interview, and hey, I wanted her to feel comfortable. I wanted to do the knowledge and meet them where they were at.
That's right. Now here was the first thing that was said to her, right? This was the intro.
Not the very first thing we said, because we said hello when she came in, even though she was still going the distance, but popping the interview off, here's how it popped off. All right, welcome to the Morning Hustle. They are here, and they is she, and she is with us. She go by the name of Kaylani.
Now, according to the team, her, or whatever the case, that was supposed to be you mocking her, saying exactly what she's saying, what she wants to be referred to as. Now, here on the Morning Hustle Show, anybody that knows me knows I'm an avid supporter of the LGBTQIA community. Like,
hang on a second. Y'all see how frustrating she got, right? And how frustrated she is getting, right? Because here's the thing, right? Being an advocate doesn't mean that you give lip service. It means you execute the BJ, right? In a metaphorical sense, right? I'm an advocate for men, women, children, black people, people trying to do good in the neighborhood. See, princes and princesses, they will do, say, and move in any shape, form, or fashion for attention, while kings and queens do something on purpose. So to me, from this, right, from what Headcrack is saying, Headcrack, from what I've seen, he's never made fun of anybody, right? That would be more of Ricky Smiley making fun of Juicy and making fun of somebody's, shoes in a restroom at the station, and also too being upset with an older viewer, older listener, because they miss Tom Jordan. So, Kaylani, you need to be grateful that it was Headcrack and not Ricky Smiley, but that's neither here nor there. But back on L'Oreal, for you to be upset that somebody didn't perceive you in the way that you perceived you is wrong, because everything's in the eye of the beholder. Let's keep going.
Don't ever try to spin it and make it seem like we play around or mock around with things like that. Now, if it's something different if you don't understand. We asked her about this in the interview. In the interview, she continued on, and this was her response every time.
How you feeling, Queen?
I'm tired. How are you doing?
How are you handling it all?
I'm chilling.
You got the new project, Blue Water Road, and you're letting people into your mind a little bit now.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what that means, right? The passage into your thoughts.
Yep.
Man, it's refreshing. The sonics are good. Did you curate this in a way to where you wanted it to match the months that we were in?
I was just making music that I liked.
Now, hang on. I'm going to say this, right? As a broadcaster, there's a thing as open-ended questions and closed-ended questions, right? If L'Oreal is a professional, right? And I'm not getting on the Headcrack because he talked about the sonics, the sonics, right? The minutia of the melodies and the beats and the tissue of the song, right? So he was in his music bag, but I would just say to L'Oreal, I would say, hey, you know what? One of the songs that really got to me, right, was maybe this, that, and the third, right? Because when you do a closed question of, you're letting us into your mind a little bit. Okay, how is she letting us into our mind, right? It's your job as the host to be the guide for the listener. Let's keep going.
And that's it. That's all we kept getting from her the entire interview. I'm a little confused if Headcrack addressed her by her, if she felt like you were mocking, what was your issue with me? Because I never came and said anything, and I came very professional, and we kept going. In hindsight, we should have ended that interview.
I want you to keep in your mind how professional she is. There's a reason why I'm telling you to keep it up here. Let's keep going.
Where it started.
And let me say,
the
the only reason I kept the interview pushing is because, the VP of promotions is a personal friend of mine, and I did it on the strength of my friendship and relationship with her.
Okay, because and on the strength of me, no more friendship.
She was cold and rude, you know. And
now, hang on. Now, I want to go back for a second here. Let's put the closed caption on.
And I did it on the strength of my friendship and relationship with her.
Okay, because and on the strength of me, no more friendship.
She was cold.
So first of all, that's Headcrack's friend. So you have no right to say there's no more friendship. You are not the friend to the vice president of promotions, right? That's Headcrack's friendship. So you had no right, rhyme, or reason to speak on a relationship that's not even yours. Let's keep going.
Cold and rude, you know, and if you felt like I was mocking you, which I clearly wasn't, you could tell from the intensity of my voice and the intent in which we asked questions. We both did.
Right.
I'm pleased to announce that Matina Yerba Mate, a company that I'm a partial owner of, has completely revised their entire line.
There was no mock there.
I just want to say, I feel like the issue is in this whole situation is the lack of respect for urban media and the fact that you feel like you don't have to come to platforms like this and do interviews because you have Cosmopolitan and MTV and Vanity Fair and things of that nature that will feature you in their magazine. So when you come here, you could come with your...
Hang on. Vanity Fair is a magazine. Cosmopolitan is a magazine. MTV is a television network. I don't know. No. I want to hear it. She said what the fuck she said. Let's keep going. And this is a professional. I want you to keep that in mind, okay? Let's keep going.
Your arms folded, this, is that, and the third. But when it's Sway or Big Boy, somebody that you're more familiar with or think that it's a bigger name, then you're going to treat and laugh and joke with him and treat him whatever way. Not knowing Sway, a brother of mine. We done interviewed so many big artists, from Nicki Minaj to 50 Cent to VP Kamala Harris. This is not a small platform, sis. And you have to respect all the people that are taking their time out to sit down and interview with you. It was rude. The real nasty person in the situation was her. We never did anything to her. She was rolling from the beginning because she's filming her documentary. Tell her to pull the footage where we were being disrespectful. I talked to her about certain records. She said I was being invasive. She says in a record, I can taste you on me. I asked her about that. That was being too invasive. We're talking about your music at the end of the day. And we did not have to open our platform up to you at all whatsoever.
Hang on a second. So I'm just laughing at this because it's like, you really had the black dashing, black proxy, black imagination to be this stupid on live radio. Now, she said we didn't have to open up our platform to you. Sweetheart, Headcrack said that it was his friendship with the vice president of promotions. So you're an employee, sweetheart. So you don't open or close a platform to any damn body. Let's keep going here. And not to mention, it's not a disrespect for black media, because Roland Martin Unfiltered, okay, Lovely Tea, Kempire, urbanweb.com, blacknews.com, rollingout.com, popoutmagazine.com, the Neighborhood Talk, the Jasmine brand, its own site, Hollywood Unlocked. Shall I keep going? So this is not about disrespecting urban media. Stop that shit. People know Headcrack and Kyle more than your ass. Stop that shit. Let's keep going.
So from now on, if there's an artist that has a problem with answering questions, do not come to the Morning Hustle show, or please get media training before you come in order to answer the questions that are difficult to you. If there's a question you do not want to answer as a grown-up, you say, I do not want to answer that, and you move on. If somebody addresses you by the wrong thing, you correct them and you move on. But to sit there and have your arms folded and pout with an attitude and tell your fans to stay out my DM. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that's wrong, sis. Is it Uchi Wally, or is it One Mic? Is it Black Girl Lost, or Shorty owe you for ice? We called you what you wanted to be called. We respected you. So moving on, don't come to the Morning Hustle show if you don't want to talk and be open about your album, your questions, whatever the case. This is our platform at the end of the day. Now, good luck with your album. I heard it only sold 21,000 copies.
Now, child, listen, Kaylani is more known than you, heifer. That was low, that was tacking, that was gutter behavior. You want to talk about media training. Now, the thing I appreciate about Headcrack, he did not go there with Kaylani. He did not say about album sales, this, that, the third, all around the world, aye. That you put some extra sauce on that because you wanted to feel like you were big dog. Y'all know what the cuss version of big dog is, but that's neither here nor there. But it was just off to me with this. Let's keep going.
Maybe that's why you're doing all this, or 5,000 physical copies. But why don't we help her out? Play a joint for her, because that's all she wanted at the end of the day anyway.
It's not in the system.
Well, I'm L'Oreal. That's who's capping. Kaylani's definitely capping. You can follow me at Star L'Oreal, L'Orel, or Morning Hustle Show. And we never asked to interview her. Be clear.
No, we didn't. And at the end of the day, if you're an artist who doesn't feel comfortable doing interviews because you're just not in the mood, take a knee, take a day. Because you know what? When you bounce around from situation to situation, you muddy up the energy of everybody you touch if you're having a bad day.
Talk to your label if you don't want to do interviews no more. That's not up to us.
Big facts, yo. Appreciate that, Lo.
The Morning Hustle.
What's the fastest way to go viral right now?
So I want to look at the comments for a minute. Okay, let's look at these comments. Y'all literally asked her about scissoring, which is fucking disrespectful. Girl, boo, y'all were invasive and ignorant. The whole interview was cringe as fuck, and you know it. Y'all knew exactly what y'all were doing. If you didn't like her demeanor throughout the whole interview, y'all should have read the room, called it quits. Next caller, please. This is like the exact way not to handle a situation like this. She was fiending to drop that scissoring with scissor comment rehearsing the night before. That was pretty pathetic if you ask me. It was invasive and made her feel even more uncomfortable than she already was. L'Oreal just got a different reaction than she expected, which was laughter. Now, L'Oreal, this defensive response proves Kaylani's feelings. Girl bye, rather. You were mad disrespectful. The scissoring comment was outlined. Have some accountability. And stop screaming to the mic. Like, why are you screaming? Just because you loud don't make you right. Right here, I've been a fan of Kaylani for 7 years, and they never acted like that in interviews before. Don't be shy. Tell us what y'all did to them before the interview. Y'all honestly feel like no scissoring with scissor was inappropriate. Come be real with your stuff. It's boundaries you don't cross no matter what. I watched the previous interview you guys did with her in 2020, and L'Oreal asked weirdo questions about her hooking up with girls then. Y'all marked her pronouns to disrespect the fact that 7070 Shake was her girlfriend, asked her inappropriate questions about SZA and Megan, who are friends. I didn't see y'all address the scissoring comment because y'all know that was outcast. Fuck, yelling to the mic don't solve shit, by the way. Girl, please, that woman has a whole 3-year-old, and you ask instead of how's the mom life, you ask has she ever scissored with SZA. How many times would you say you go to therapy a week? Like what? And then make up a follow-up video, taking zero accountability for being invasive. You spoke on how art should take a class on how to answer questions they aren't comfortable with. How hard is it for someone that's actually conducted the interview to ask prior to starting, hey love, what would you like to be addressed as? Hey girl, Caroline, is there anything off limits? Again, distasteful what the interview was and your behavior is. Give me a moment now. This is a wildly inappropriate response right here. I'm sorry, but any Kaylani supporter knows that she's very big on respect. On any other interview that I've seen recently, she's interacting, smiling, laughing, being her true self. This one interview, she's cold and rude. Something had to happen before the cameras were rolling for her to come off as that. I do not believe for her to come in there and sit down with the energy she gave out. Some of the comments were invasive. Stick to the question about the album, since the interview was supposed to be centered around the promotion of her new album. Right here, would you ask someone in a professional setting if they want to scissor another coworker? Never mind the fact that they are already in a relationship that was invasive and disrespectful to their significant other. The opening comment about pronouns might have been unintentional, but it was definitely disrespectful. You just say she, they. Now, I do believe Headcrack was trying to, rhyme and, bring it in, but I can also see that side too. But Headcrack, from what I've seen, he's good people. Right here, I believe they prefer which if you did your research, you'll know by saying it that way. It sounds like you were acknowledging that they go by different pronouns, then dismissing them all in the same sense, which this was handled better. And then right here, not everyone is meant to be a journalist / podcaster. 106 likes. Seems like Kaylani isn't the only one who needs media trained child. And Kaylani is literally always full of life and energy. So if she came off cold at this, y'all had to be the problem. You'll never find another interview with Kaylani being cold. This take was honestly disgusting. If the interview was meant to be about her album, why are you asking her about scissoring? Just admit you were too invasive. I hope other artists know to stay away as well. SN for y'all to be Kaylani fans in the comments. Y'all are weird as fuck. Yikes. Addressing the no scissoring comment with SZA comment goofy ass. She is very unprofessional. That clapback and bashing her does not make the situation better. If you want to address the issue, you address it accordingly, but not by bashing someone and throwing out numbers like that. That's super ignorant and unprofessional. And it just keeps going and going and going and going. So this is the same motherfucking ass heifer that called Michael B. Jordan corny. She said she did, but child, she made fun of the name. So that is basically bullying in association. Let's keep going, shall we? Because here's her YouTube channel. Right here. Here's her YouTube channel, right? This is her. Child, listen. So let's go popular, right? 329,000 views, right? 7,090 subscribers, okay? Now, let's go to The Brat. The Brat is on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, right? So let's go to popular. 31 million views, The Brat and Tyrese, What You Like. Now, I have always stood on business of, I think the Brad Tat Tat Morning Show is a way better morning show than the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. You get The Brat. You get Lisa Ray McCoy. You get Missy Elliott. You get Megan Thee Stallion. You get Queen Latifah. That would be a fire-ass morning show. Okay? So, let's go to her bio. So right here, she says about herself, born in Brooklyn and raised in Jersey, she entered the industry early, working promotions at Sony Music at just 16 and sharpening her skills under the mentorship of rap icon Rod Digger. Her passion for the game led her to study entertainment law, giving her rare insight into the business side of music. So you went to study entertainment law, which is about standards and practices and everything in between. But yet you didn't practice any code of law of respecting another human being who had difference of opinion than you. Let's keep going. See, don't write a check that your ass can't cash. Let's keep going. She dropped mixtapes featured on tracks with Jadakiss, Fabulous, French Montana, T.I., Life Jennings, and she earned her stripes in the male-dominated space. But L'Oreal's evolution didn't stop there. She brought her charisma to radio. That was charisma. Oh, wait till y'all see that clip. Oh my God. Eventually becoming the breakout star. I'm just laughing at the bullshit here. Of the Morning Hustle, now syndicated in over 40 cities nationwide. Beyond the mic, she's a mentor and a mover, using her platform to uplift Black and brown women. That was uplifting Black and brown women by saying how many singles that she sold and that she needs this and the third. That was uplifting Black and brown women. And that's how you mobilize communities, by being shallow, a waste of life, and showcasing the damage of your mental health. That's how you mobilize a community or communities. Okay. Most recently through initiatives that empower Black women. Now she's returned to her first love, music, with her upcoming single Boys, produced by Grammy winner Lunch Money Lewis, with her signature mix of grit. That's grit. Okay. Charm and authenticity. L'Oreal continues to be a force for her culture herself, her community and herself, and she's just getting started. Well, let's look at the Brat. Okay. Shantae Harris Dupart, known professionally as The Brat, is an American rapper born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. She began her career in 1992 and signed with Jermaine Dupri's So Def Recordings 2 years later to release her debut studio album Funkified in 1994. Receiving platinum certification by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA, it became the first album by a female hip-hop solo act to do so. The album was supported by the 1994 hit lead single of the same name, which peaked at number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100, along with her guest appearance alongside Lisa Lopez, Missy Elliott, Angie Martinez, and Lil' Kim's 1997 single Not Tonight. Furthermore, Funkified peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot Rap Songs chart, while Not Tonight peaked at number 3. Her second album, Anthem, I'm sorry for butchering that. The Brat for sure. 1996 spawned up the single Ghetto Love featuring T-Boz, while her third, Unrestricted, 2000 peaked at number 5 on the Billboard 200. During the late 1990s and 2000s, she guest performed on Them Franchise Boys single I Think They Like Me, remixes of Mariah Carey's Loverboy, Always Be My Baby, and Honey. And the 1993 mashup of I Still Believe Pure Imagination with Carey, she released the 2003 duet Got a Thing for You, a hip-hop inspired version of the Bobby Caldwell song What You Won't Do for Love, and Harris has received 2 Grammy Award nominations. So are we really going to pretend that L'Oreal is somebody important to give a fuck, shit, or a damn about? Now, you know who really got it? Jessie Woo right here, okay? Actress, musician, content creator, comedian, and so much more. Jessie Woo was also on Love and Hip Hop. She was also on Dish Nation. Jessie Woo is more known than L'Oreal. And let me tell you something, Radio One. I'm going to tell you this right motherfucking ass now. Put L'Oreal on ice. Okay, that means she don't work. Okay, you still pay her everything, but let her take a 3-month vacation, and you leave Kyle, bring in Jesse Wu, Tiffany Fox, Troy the Prince, and Brandon Lee, and we will whoop ass on the Morning Hustle. Y'all won't even know what radio is. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think about how professional L'Oreal said. And I want to ask Claudia Jordan, Tori Hart, Jesse Wu, Danielle Young, or any woman out there, if you wore this to work, would you be able to keep a job? Now, recognize she said that people needed media training. She bit mad that everybody get on to her about Michael B. Jordan and everything in between. But I want you to watch this. Because I saw this clip in terms of my research before going to work. I want y'all to watch this. Now, you mean to tell me that's a professional? That's a professional? That's a professional on a nationally syndicated radio show? Let's play it. Let's play it.
Ye, who obviously is now more of a gospel rapper. There was a video that went around not too long ago when he was having his breakdown. You was one of the first people to really be there and to be a person that made sure he was okay, to check on him. But the video kind of came across as he was rejecting that support, kind of looked like he might have just lost it on everybody and you just so happened to be around. Was that a video that we are just looking at a piece of, and of course people take something and run with it, or does sometimes it get like that when you're around Ye and he's going through certain things?
I think it's both. I feel like obviously it's a video, so it's a clip of a larger moment. Like everybody's like no one's ever gonna get the full story of anything that goes on when you see in a video clip. And yeah, people do take it and run with it, because I saw people put like fake captions under the video to make it look like he was talking about my music or something like that.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, it's like, this is real life. Like, I have real friends and they go through real problems. And, I try and be my most real self, and talk to people the way that I talk to them, like as if they're my friend and not as if they're like anything other than that. And I think that video clip, I think kind of exploited a moment that was like you said, it was a genuine moment. Like, I did come out there to check on my friend, and, I got, me and a lot of other people still got love for Ye, but he's a human. He's not perfect. He obviously was going through it at that time, and, stuff happens.
Did that make you back away, or was
it made me evaluate my friendship with him for sure, because it was like, I had never been so close to him going through an episode. So it was like, I talked to him after he went through stuff before, and obviously like he came to my wedding. This is somebody that I really like love and like, talk to and stuff. But it did make me just realize like, I got a whole life in Chicago. Like, I got my own stuff that I got to deal with too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know the best way to put it, because it's also like, obviously we're on the radio right now, but like, at the end of the day, I definitely love dude. That's my guy. And, it sucks that sometimes like people can exploit a moment that is a genuine moment.
We are the Morning Hustle. So I wanted to play that clip for y'all, because I'm like, how dare this heifer dress like that on a nationally syndicated radio show and call Michael B. Jordan corny? Or even if she didn't call him corny, the fact that you made fun of his name. He Oscar winner, but you dress like that. Now, listen. I'm gonna go back so you guys can see it one more time. Okay, let me flip it back.
Ye, who obviously is now more of a gospel rapper. There was a
right
clip, a video that went around not too long ago when he was having his breakdown. You was one of the first people.
Kathy Hughes, you cool with this behavior?
Be a person
you cool with this? You cool with this?
He was okay to check on him. But
Seriously.
the video kind of came across as he was rejecting that.
This heifer.
Kind of looked like he might have just
this
lost
individual
it on everybody, and you
this
just so happened to
entity
be around.
wearing this. Wait for it.
was that a video that we are just
wearing this and calling somebody corny? Are you serious? Now, to Claudia Jordan, Tori Hart, Jessie Wu, Danielle Young, I want to know if y'all went on y'all jobs and wore that, would you be able to have a job? Because I know for most people who have a mom, a daughter, a sister, a niece, a cousin, or any other everyday out here, they would not be able to go to their job dressed in that and keep a job. Listen, I'm sorry, but no. No and fuck no on this. And I don't want to hear from none of yous, the lot of yous, here, there, everywhere. I don't care what y'all have to say. I really don't. Because here's the thing, if a man was to come into a radio studio for a local show or a nationally syndicated radio show, and all he had was underwear and a jock strap, and he was naked all over, you can see his ass, or if he came in a Speedo and did a hosting job, I would be on his ass too. This is not about disrespecting black women. This is about saying what needs to be said. This heifer, this individual, this entity has no rhyme or reason to call somebody corny, make fun of somebody's name, or anything else. Okay? All right. I just had to get that out. So you know what? I'm going to leave this up for 5 minutes. Because we got time. We got time. Where's the damn clock on my phone? Because I'm just like, we're not doing this shit. I know y'all lied. Okay, so give me... All right, so I got 5 minutes on the clock. I'm going to just let that sit up there for a minute. This person called Michael B. Jordan corny. But she's on a national syndicated radio show dressing like this. Really? 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 Okay. All right. Child, not everybody deserves to have a platform. I'm not sorry to say that. And y'all, when L'Oreal was talking about when you're sitting down with, you know, Sway or Big Boy or people that you feel comfortable with, you feel like you don't have to respect them. Sway and his team don't wear things like this. Big Boy and his team don't wear things like this. Are you serious? Are you out your rabbit ass mind? In the words of Kim Power, are you okay? I can't do it, y'all. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. That's L'Oreal, the host of a nationally syndicated morning radio show. That child, even though the Breakfast Club fucked themselves up the asshole with no lube, but they're bleeding and suffering, moving to Netflix, the Breakfast Club is more known than L'Oreal and the Morning Hustle. I'm leaving Kyle out of it because Kyle's an actual radio legend. L'Oreal is basically a light-skinned version of Milagro Grams. The only thing L'Oreal hasn't done yet is a deep fake AI adult video on celebrity. That's the only thing she hasn't done. Or she hasn't did an event where people got raped. Those are the only two things L'Oreal did not do. Okay? But she's a light-skinned version of Milagro Grams. She's a light-skinned version of Milagro Grams. Well, sit up here and call somebody corny, and then you said, well, I didn't say it. My friend said, but you said you made fun of his name, so you still bullied him. Like the fuck? No. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left of this. And then we're going to roll right along. Because we do have more show. We do. I just had to get this out because I was talking to some coworkers today, and they were just like, I know you lying, Bray. I'm like, yes. And this is on YouTube. But you want to talk about somebody needs to have media training. You talking about somebody needs to be respectful. You talking about somebody needs to be accountable. What about you? I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. And like I said, Claudia Jordan, Tori Hart, Jessie Wu, Danielle Young. Claudia Jordan, Tori Hart, Jessie Wu, Danielle Young. I would like to know that question. Could you wear something like this on your job and still have a job? And Kathy Hughes, what you think about this? You know, it's usually the people that's calling everybody else a problem that the gag is their problem. Child, don't make no fucking damn sense. Almost there, y'all. 1 minute, 20 seconds. I had to leave this up for 5 minutes because I'm just like, I know we're not doing this shit. I know we're not. Child. Minute 5. 60 seconds, y'all. 1 minute. Remember, this person here who said somebody needed media trained, somebody needed to be responsible, and somebody needed to check their energy, wore this on a nationally syndicated radio show. Okay? And they're getting paid a salary by Radio 1. I just want that to be utterly known. Okay? Almost there at 30 seconds, y'all. $20 seconds. Thank God wasn't the boss of Radio 1 because her ass would have been on notice. Excuse me, what the fuck are you doing? Go home and change. And that's being loving, kind, and gracious. All right. That's it for L'Oreal. Moving on, child. So let's talk about the Boss Network. So from blacknews.com. Here we go. From blacknews.com, Black woman-owned network awards $25,000 to pitch competition winner from Sage Foundation. Beautiful women there, yes indeed. The Boss Network, in partnership with Sage, has announced that Kayleen Brown, founder of Plant-Based Eats LLC, has been named the winner of the Pathway to Success pitch competition, earning the program's $25,000 cash prize following a live pitch event in Atlanta, Georgia. The Pathway to Success program is a business accelerator designed to support and scale women-owned businesses by providing training, mentorship, and strategic guidance. Through the program, 50 women entrepreneurs participate in an intensive experience that included expert-led workshops, business strategy development, and mentorship designed to help founders strengthen their operations and position their companies for growth. From that 10 entrepreneurs, from that group, 10 entrepreneurs were selected as finalists to compete in the program's culminating pitch competition, where they present businesses to a panel of judges for the opportunity to secure funding and expand their ventures. Brown's company, Plant-Based Eats LLC, stood out for a strong market opportunity, clear business strategy, and commitment to delivering healthy plant-based food options to communities. This experience challenged me to refine my vision, strengthen my business strategy, and connect with a community of women who are serious about building impactful businesses, Brown said. Entrepreneurs were coached throughout the program by experienced business leaders, including lead trainer Dorinda Walker, who worked closely with participants as they prepared for the competition. Black women entrepreneurs are building businesses that drive innovation and economic growth, yet they continue to face significant funding gaps, said Dorinda Walker, lead trainer for the program. Coaching this talented group of founders as they refine their vision and strategy has been inspiring. When companies like Sage invest in programs like this, they're not just supporting entrepreneurs, they're investing in the future of the economy. Founded by Dr. Kamika Smith, the Boss Network has spent 17 years supporting the growth of women entrepreneurs through education, community, and access to resources. The Pathways to Success program reflects the heart of our mission, ensuring that women entrepreneurs have access to the training, mentorship, and capital needed to build sustainable businesses, said Smith. Our partnership with Sage demonstrates the power of collaboration in creating meaningful opportunities for founders who are building companies that strengthen our communities and economy. Pathways to Success pitch competition finalists. The following founders were selected as the top 10 finalists in the Pathways to Success pitch competition: Sheree Flowers Brownsea, Chriselle Griffin, Miss Chris Bakes, Jada Samuels, Jada Juice, Jada Parker Dinkins, Row Organics, Janine Harrell, IJ Design Studio PLLC, Jose Santiago Akiwell, Helene Brown, Plant Based Eats LLC, the winner, Lorena Ball, Lorena Kitchen Incorporated, Monique's Cardin's Kitchens, Overflow Enterprises LLC, and Neil Ali Homegirls Hummus. The program highlights the powerful impact of strategic partnerships between corporations and organizations dedicated to supporting diverse entrepreneurs. Together, the Boss Network and Sage continue to create pathways for women founders to access the capital, knowledge, and networks needed to scale their businesses to build lasting economic change. About the Boss Network is a global digital platform that connects and supports women entrepreneurs by providing access to content, community, and capital. Founded by Dr. Kamika Smith, the organization has helped thousands of women launch and grow businesses through programs, partnerships, and educational initiatives. Learn more at thebossnetwork.org. And for press inquiries, contact info@thebossnetwork.org. First of all, congratulations. The Boss Network has been out here making it do what it do for Black women for a very, very long time. And like I said, $25,000 to Plant-Based Eats LLC. This is the thing about change that I really want people to understand. This was a room that not everybody was in, right? But those women were in that room because it was supposed to be there. So before you start saying, you don't understand the room because you're not in the rooms, make sure the rooms you're entering, you're utilizing yourself as the best solution before you tell other people who should be in, who should not be in rooms, and how they can or cannot be in the room. Maybe you might be self-projecting, in the words of Candace Bassett. Here is the mirror. I am projecting that you are the insecurity. Speaking rather of, I am projecting that you're the insecurity. Brian McKnight, child. Let's talk about it. Also from blacknews.com. Oh my God. Brian McKnight sues radio station for calling him an abusive and neglectful dad. Now, I remember this situation because Brian McKnight's son flamed Tyrese so hard, and it seems like the receipts are receipting. Okay, so let's get into it. Nationwide, Brian McKnight is taking legal action against the North Carolina radio station and its host, claiming they falsely painted him as an abusive and neglectful father. He says the cover shared widely online harmed his reputation and ignored his side of the story. The R&B singer filed a lawsuit against Foxy 107.1, its owner, Urban One, that hosts Karen Clark. According to All Hip Hop, he alleges defamation and reckless reporting, seeking over $25,000 in damages per claim, along with punitive compensation. Five, you make your dream come true. 4, just wanna be with you. 3, maybe you need to slow down. 3, are you putting a little too much gas on it? 2, maybe you're about to wreck and you need to start back at 1. Okay, listen. The suit serves on a January 23rd, 2025 interview ex-wife Julia Knight, which aired on the station, was posted on YouTube. During the segment, Julie P. claims that Brian was emotionally abusive and neglectful, including accusations that the children were forced to leave the house as toddlers. McKnight says Clark didn't remain neutral, instead validating Julie's narrative with questions and comments during the interview into a tag team attack on his character. The lawsuit also targets Urban One's nationally syndicated Ricky Smiley Morning Show, a December 2025 podcast used a clip of McKnight's eldest son saying Brian withheld love from Nico, their son who was battling cancer. McKnight says the clip was edited to mislead viewers, aired without context, and framed him as cold and unfit. McKnight claims Urban One ignored multiple requests to stop spreading false stories. He calls their behavior a pattern of reckless disregard for the truth. The case adds another layer to a long-running family feud with past social media posts and interviews from his older children accusing him of abandonment. McKnight maintains all those accounts misrepresent the full story. So, you know what's really interesting? It says McKnight maintains that those accounts misrepresent the full story. What he did not say was it was a lie. What he did not say is that it was a lie. What he did not say is that his children lied. Okay? Now listen. The words of Cat Williams, if you want me to tell a better history between me and you should treat me better. And just because you feel like you were a good parent does not mean your kids feel that way. Everything is in the eye of the beholder. So, if you are big mad that, Julie has the right to freedom of speech and to say her experience, maybe you should have been better. And if you're wondering why your kids are upset with you, maybe you did things to them. Just a thought. That's just my take on it. It's in the group chat. Okay, listen. So speaking of children, right? So let's talk about Tiana Wallace, everybody. Also from blacknews.com. By the way, shout out to blacknews.com, a great resource if you guys are kind of looking for black news to report on. Oh, hang on a second. Sorry, that is the baby one. Give me a moment, because I thought I had it in here. Give me one moment, y'all. We're live on tour. You know what I mean? So here it is right here. Okay. Now here's this. So we're gonna get to that baby story in a minute. And y'all saw the baby. I think y'all saw the baby, right? No, y'all didn't see the baby. Okay. All right. We'll get to the baby in a minute. He's so cute. All right. So from blacknews.com, Notorious B.I.G.'s daughter launches Big Papa Steakhouse in her dad's honor. This is so cool. Tiana Wallace, the daughter of the Notorious B.I.G., is turning her father's dream into reality with Big Papa Steakhouse. She recently hosted a private tasting in Manhattan celebrating Biggie's legacy by previewing menu items ahead of the restaurant's fall 2026 opening. The event took place on March 9th, 2026, the anniversary of Christopher Wallace's passing. According to Hot 97, Tiana invited close friends, family, and industry figures to sample dishes that honor her father's life and music. The evening combined remembrance with excitement for the upcoming restaurant launch. Tiana's idea comes from a long-held vision. Before his death in 1997, Notorious B.I.G. or Biggie often talked about opening a restaurant. Nearly 30 years later, his daughter is bringing that dream to life through Big Papa Steakhouse. The event featured a curated team. Behind the experienced chef Harley prepares signature dishes. Bartender China create cocktails. Event curator Ali V handle creative direction, and publicist Chassie Cox managed media. Guests provide feedback that will help shape the final menu. The menu celebrates bold flavors while paying tribute to Notorious B.I.G.'s music and legacy, featuring dishes with cultural nods. The Midtown Manhattan venue near the future restaurant site hosted notable attendees, including C.J. Wallace, Lil Kim, Lil C's, members of Junior Mafia, and Wallace's family. Big Papa Steakhouse is set to open in fall of 2026, blending fine dining with storytelling and cultural nostalgia. The restaurant aims to honor the Brooklyn rapper while offering fans and food lovers a space to celebrate his lasting influence. I think that this is a wonderful thing. I really do. Anytime that a daughter or son wants to continue the legacy of their parents is a wonderful thing. And the fact that this young lady is so aware, cognizant, and present to recognize that while her dad is not here, that doesn't mean she doesn't have the power to do something now. Just well done to Tiana Wallace there. Yes, indeed. There, let's get some applause up in here for her. That's a beautiful thing. Really, StreamYard, really, come on. One more time. I'm so sorry. There we go. Thank you very much. We're live here. Yes, indeed. All right. Now let's get to the cute baby Jaxson here. Yes, indeed. Here we go. So from blacknews.com, once again, everybody. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed here. So meet the black baby who weighed 25 pounds when he was only 7 months old. Look at the little chunk. Look at the little chunk. Look at the little chunk. So cute. This picture is like, why is the camera in my face? Why? Who are you? Where am I? I gotta tell you something. That looks like a Gerber baby picture right there if I've ever seen one. So cute. All right, nationwide, Jaxson, an African-American baby from New York City, has captured hearts online after a video shows him weighing 25 pounds at just 7 months old. His aunt's clip went viral for 24 hours, attracting millions of views. Jackson's aunt, Lauren Wilson, who shared the video on Instagram in August 2025, proudly showing off her nephew's size and charm. She said she wanted people to see how cute he is, and man, she was obsessed with him. So obviously this is the bonus mom. So I'm sure that Jaxson will be, how can I put this? Jaxson will have many play dates over there, and she has filed for bonus custody. Aunties, uncles, grandmas, and grandpas, they are very protective over their nieces, their nephews, and their grandchildren for sure. Shout out to all of the good ones making it do what it do for sure. The video quickly went viral, drawing reactions from around the world. Many viewers were surprised by Jackson's weight, but his mom, Adrienne Wilson, 29, says he's always on the chubbier side, according to People Magazine, People.com. Born at 7 pounds and 14 ounces, Jaxson has grown rapidly. By January 2026, he had turned 1 year old and weighed 33 pounds, already standing out wherever he went. Adrienne says people often stop her to comment on how big or cute he is. Adrienne says the online response has been overwhelming but exciting, seeing so many people comment, like, share from so many places in the world. She says, reflecting on the videos, 9.4 million views. That's right, you heard me, 9.4 million views. 9.4 million views. That is amazing. Despite the attention, the family is simply enjoying Jackson's little milestones. Lauren says she plans to keep sharing his growth, knowing fans around the world will love. Fans around the world love to see him. Love seeing him thrive. Well, congratulations to Jaxson. Yes, indeed. Born happy, healthy, and strong there. And send nothing but light, love, and prayers to the Wilson family. And sincerely, I send just good energy, good vibes, and a good mindset that he will be blessed in every shape, form, and fashion that he wants for his life. What a beautiful story there. Yes, indeed, y'all. We do have more Brilliance Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here and right now. And because we are almost done with the show, I didn't know how long the show was going to go because I had an event earlier, and so I was kind of pushing it back. I'm going to push it back to that time, okay? So I'm going to push it back to that time. So give me a moment. Give me a moment. And I know for the audience are like, good damn, can you please make up your mind? Y'all, listen. I am very communicative of my lives, okay? So listen. But yes, I'm going to do that at 8:30 for that other live. Child, we got a lot of things to talk about. Y'all saw the thumbnail. You know my voice, and damn it, you know why you over here, okay? All right, moving on. We'll talk about that tonight at 8:30. So about an hour, okay? So yes, indeed, there. So okay, bet we are good there. All right, let's keep going, y'all. Now this is something really, really, really cool from blackbusiness.com. Okay, if you are a content creator, and you are looking for a way to make some money, I got something for you. Let's get into it. Shout out to 5 people here. Glad to have you here. New platform helps Black creators turn their influence into income. Black creators don't lack talent. They don't lack influence. They don't lack cultural impact. What they've lacked is infrastructure built specifically for them. That changes now. Local Black proudly announces the launch of Paid Black Creators, a direct-to-community funding platform to help Black podcasters, artists, developers, artists, musicians, educators, and digital innovators receive recurring financial support from people who already believe in their work. The founders comment: if you've been building in silence, if you've been posting consistently, if you've been pouring into your craft, or if you've been creating culture, this is your moment to get funded. Black buying power in the United States exceeds $1.6 trillion. Let me say that 2 more times. $1.6 trillion. $1.6 trillion. Black artists drive digital engagement, music streams, fashion trends, and tech adoption. Yet too many Black creators are still dependent on algorithms, unpredictable ad revenue, or brand deals that may never come. The Paid Black Creators platform flips that dynamic. Creators now can launch monthly membership tiers, receive recurring support from their audience, accept one-time contributions, build predictable revenue, and grow within a Black-centered economic ecosystem. This isn't about going viral, it's about going viable, the founders say. Predictable income changes everything. It allows creators to invest in equipment, marketing, production team members, and long-term growth. It allows artists to focus more on their craft and less on chasing trends. Paid Black Creators is not a charity model, it's a capitalization model. Supporters aren't donating, they're investing in culture, they're backing innovation, they're helping build ownership rather. Founded in the Pittsburgh region, Local Black has been committed to increasing strategic Black spending and visibility. With Paid Black Creators, the mission expands to direct economic empowerment for creators nationwide. This launch sends a clear message. Black creators deserve consistent support, not just applause. If you are building a podcast, coding an app, writing a book, producing music, creating educational content, or shaping digital conversations, you don't need permission to monetize your brilliance. You need infrastructure. Black creators can sign up here. And so we are going to go to this website here in just a minute. So Black creators can sign up here at business.localblack.co. Supporters can sign up here at localblack.co. And this is what it looks like. payblack.me/career/localblack. About Local Black is a strategic spending platform dedicated to circulating Black dollars intentionally through business visibility, career support, and digital economic infrastructure designed to foster ownership and sustain wealth creation. Business and personal inquiries, click here. So let's look at right here. So this is what it looks like. Right here. So it looks like this is the way that you can actually like support here. So Local Black, one-time support, recurring membership. So for $25, it's a monthly membership. So with $25, you are maintaining secure independent systems, scale performance and reliability, fund long-term product development, ensure Black engineers lead on the technology. The Innovator, for $15, your support fuels new feature releases, advanced integrations, product expansion, technical independence. And then the Builder, $10. For $10, ongoing feature development, platform security, infrastructure, performance improvements, tools that empower Black business and creators. And then the support, $5, right? And this is saying, I believe in Black-owned digital structure. So this is absolutely amazing. Let me pull this up here. And so here is get paid on Black creators here. So right here, Pay Black Creators is a part of the Local Black ecosystem, a space intentionally designed to help Black creators get paid by the community that believes in them. Whether you're an artist, writer, filmmaker, musician, podcaster, or creative entrepreneur, this platform gives you the tools to turn appreciation into real recurring support. Start with a premium Local Black account. To get paid as a creator, you'll need a premium Local Black account, also known as a Local Black for Business account. This premium account is a simple monthly marketing subscription designed to help creators get visibility, support, and sustainable income. $10 a month, one flat rate, no hidden fees, no algorithm games. And so right here, with a premium account, creators can build a dedicated profile, offer memberships or one-time support, and be discovered by supporters who are intentionally looking to invest in Black creativity. Instead of chasing likes, views, or algorithms, you are connected with people who actually want to support your work. Discovery on paid Black creators is designed to be fun and intentional. Supporters browse, explore, and uncover new Black talent across music, film, writing, art, tech, and more, turning discovery into direct economic support for creators. This isn't just about getting paid, it's about building an ecosystem where creativity is valued, protected, and sustained. How Black dollars help the Black community. Every dollar spent on paid Black creators circulates within the community. When supporters invest in your talent, they're not just supporting you, they're helping build Black-owned technology, fund platform growth, and create opportunities to hire Black engineers, designers, builders. This is strategic spending applied to culture. Your creativity fuels your income, strengthens the platform, and helps create jobs, all while keeping ownership and value where it belongs. So are you ready to turn your creativity to sustainable support? Join paid Black creators today and start getting paid through a platform built for us, by us. I will drop the link to this in the live chat. This seems to be like a Black Patreon to me, and I'm definitely here for it. And like I said, we always talk about the creator economy, and we always talk about different resources that you guys can utilize to be able to level up with where you want to be. And finally, everybody, here is our final destination right here. Black Enterprise Magazine, blackenterprise.com. Lizzo to drop new children's book about Lil Lizzo and her flute-fueled beginnings. The book will focus on Lil Lizzo and the discovery of her passion for the flute. Lizzo is sharing more about her origin story with the flute through a new children's book. The Good as Hell singer has authored a children's novel. Lil Lizzo meets Sasha B. Fluted, making her the latest celebrity children's book author. She announced the news and showed off the book's cover to Gayle King on CBS Mornings. So here it is here.
We're very excited because I always say, when you hear me say, first on CBS Mornings, this is another one of those days. We have the lovely Lizzo here, and you're here because you've got a big announcement. I feel like a drum roll or flute roll.
Flute roll. Wait.
Can you do a little flute roll?
Flute roll. I have a children's book coming out, and it's called Lil Lizzo Meets Sasha B. Flutin'.
Oh,
look at that.
There's the cover.
Everyone always asks me my origin story with the flute. They're like, why flute? How flute? This tells the real life story of how,
and you
I started playing flute.
But have you always wanted to, of all the things that you could do, was a children's book on your bucket list?
I love writing. I've always wanted to write the great American novel. I used to say that when I was a kid. And that was before music took over. And I think this is such a beautiful marriage of everything that to me is the flute, it's music, it's writing, and it's also inspiring a new generation.
Now, how did you get Sasha B. Flutin's name? Because she has her own personality.
Right.
What's her full name?
Sasha Beatrice Flutin.
Of course it is.
Jefferson Kirkwood Johnson, Esquire.
Oh my God. What a name, child.
Of course it is.
Sasha, there was a time, so there was, Beyonce is like,
Sasha Fierce.
She's such an inspiration to me, especially when I was younger, growing up. And she had her alter ego. She was like, I'm Beyonce, but then on stage, I'm Sasha Fierce.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, that's so funny, because to me, I felt like the flute, I had split into two different worlds when I was going to college for flute and when I wanted to be a rapper in the Houston scene. And I felt like I had to choose between the two. So I was like, Sasha, or the flute will be my alter ego. Oh. And so I was like, you'll be Sasha Flute.
I like
Sasha
that.
Fierce, Sasha Flute.
I like the message of the story because Lil Lizzo and Sasha go on many different adventures.
Yes.
We won't give the ending away, but they go on many different adventures trying to find themselves, trying to find each other, trying to find what they really want.
Yeah.
What's your message in this book?
This is a story about finding your voice. And the only way to find your voice is by being yourself and trusting yourself. It doesn't matter where you are, who you know, at the end of the day, it's always going to be about you. And by the end of the story, hopefully, Lil Lizzo discovers that, and Sasha.
Yeah, but even now, even as an adult, it is still sometimes about finding your voice. Still.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if Sasha had her own voice, and she does. Her own speaking voice.
Yeah. She got a little, what's up, y'all? It's Sasha Flute. I'm a bad and let me tell you something. I only came here because Gail said she would give me $50K. Basically, that's her.
That's how CBS. That's how CBS rolls.
It's always $50K.
It's always $50K.
Yeah, it'll never be more than that.
But you and Sasha have done many things together. You, Lizzo and Sasha have done many things. I was reading about the rodeo because I don't think of Lizzo as a rodeo queen, but you wanted to go to the rodeo and then COVID hit.
Yes.
And so you had to delay it. What was it about the rodeo? And this isn't just any rodeo, by the way.
It's the Houston rodeo.
Yeah.
To
be clear.
The rodeo is, I grew up in Houston, Texas.
Yes.
So when you grow up in Houston, Texas, the rodeo is the biggest thing you can do. Yeah. It's the stadium, 70,000 people. It's the biggest concert of the year. The whole city shows up.
What was it like on stage for you at the Houston rodeo?
It was like electricity. And I'll tell you what, I'm a perfectionist. I'm really hard on myself. I'm always like, oh, I messed up here, I messed up there. Oh, that wasn't good. Oh, let's move on to the next thing. Girl, I can't stop talking about the rodeo. Like, I'm still thinking about it. Like, I lay in bed and I'm just like, like thinking about singing on stage to 70,000 people. Like, it was one of the most incredible experiences of my life.
Amazing.
And I walked away with so much more confidence than I've ever had in my life.
Happy to hear that for you.
It was one of the best experiences of my life.
I'm so happy you had that. There is so much to discuss with you. We're going to limit it to the book and the rodeo because we're going to do another sit down. You know, I want to come to your house.
Oh my God.
I want to come to your house.
For real?
Because you have new music coming out. I want to talk about new music.
Yes.
You've been through some things. Want to talk about that.
Uh-huh.
You ready? Game, your game.
We can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Or I'll throw you some dates and see what works.
How
on
about
your
this?
Side.
Come to my house.
Yes.
We'll eat some good food.
Yes.
And we'll talk about everything.
Okay.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Now, don't tempt me with a good time because I'm really coming.
I just hung up all my art.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a little art tour as well.
Okay, Lizzo. I think we should plan right before the music comes out because I think there's much to discuss with you.
Perfect.
In the meantime, we'll end with the book, but would you play us off with something?
Sure.
What will you do?
I'll play a little Bach.
Oh, okay.
This is what I've been doing at the Blue Note.
Go ahead.
That, I gotta tell you something. I know Lizzo's going through what she's going through, but she's a gifted performer, y'all. Y'all gotta at least give her that. That was amazing.
Nobody like her. Nobody like her.
That's amazing.
So we're looking forward to having a more in-depth conversation because Lizzo's been through a lot, been accused of some things, and she says, I'm ready to talk.
She said, Gail, you're coming to her house.
And Vlad, this is no surprise to you, but Lizzo was clearly joking, as was I.
Oh, yeah.
When we said CBS is paying $50,000 because sometimes
you ever try to get an expense report through Justin LaRocca, our unit manager?
No.
Everybody's laughing because they know it's like nearly impossible.
Did you really buy that water?
Yeah, exactly.
You can't have coffee on the road. So that was clearly a joke. Clearly a joke. Lizzo. But we love Justin LaRocca, don't we?
We do, but it's tough.
It's no joke. Lil Lizzo meets Sasha B. Flutin comes out in September. It's available for pre-order right this second. It's very well done, very good story, great illustrations. Can't wait for the next part 2 of that conversation.
Yes, indeed. There, very good conversation there. When everyone always asks me my origin story with the flute explained, the Grammy winner on her inspiration to pen the book, they're like, why flute? How flute? This tells the real life story of how I started playing the flute. While children's book is a new lane for the singer-songwriter, she says the love of writing allowed her to take on the venture. And there is her book right there. Child, it is giving Tina Turner with the hair, child. I love writing. Like, I've always wanted to write the Great American Novel. I used to say that when I was a kid. That was before music took over, she told King. Instead of writing the next classic in literature, Lizzo, Lizzo opted to write Billboard hits. Now she has returned to her initial writing roots while inspiring children to follow their hearts as she did with the flute. She called the novel Beautiful Marriage of Everything That's Me. As for the book title, Lizzo took inspiration from another artist's alter ego. She compared Beyonce's onstage persona, Sasha Fierce, to how she felt when she began to play the flute. Sasha, there was a time, so there was. Beyonce is like such an inspiration to me, especially when I was younger growing up, said Lizzo, and she had her alter ego. She was like, I'm Beyonce, but then on stage, I'm Sasha Fierce. And I was like, oh, that's fine, because to me, I felt like the flute. Because of her grind to become a rapper, the 37-year-old entertainer felt that she had to split that persona from her life as a flutist, thus creating her own version of Sasha Fierce, named Sasha Be Fluent, that young readers will soon discover. She continued, I had to split into two different worlds when I was going to college for the flute, and when I wanted to be a rapper in the Houston scene, I felt like I had to choose between the two, so I was like, Sasha or the flute will be my alter ego. Lizzo says the children's book will also encourage children to build their confidence and find their voice. The Houston native wants little readers to explore all their passions and trust themselves to pursue their dreams. This is a story about finding your voice, and the only way to find your voice is by being yourself, trusting yourself. Lizzo said, doesn't matter where you are, who you know, at the end of the day, it's always going to be about you. And by the end of the story, hopefully, for fans waiting to get their hands on Lizzo's latest project, Lil Lizzo Beats Sasha Be Fluent will release on September 8th. So shout out to Lizzo. That was cute. That was cute. That was very, very cute. So y'all, that's pretty much the show. I appreciate each and every single one of you. We got a bonus show for you all. The show was planned. The show at 8:30, child. If you can't handle grown talk, if you can't take accountability, and if you're not about responsibility, don't come live. Okay? Y'all saw the thumbnail. You know my voice, and damn it, you know why you're over here. So let's get to the day over and then head on out of here, okay? Come on now. There we go. There's more to life than increasing its speed. Mahatma Gandhi, very well said there. It's time for Day Mover, everybody. Yes, indeed it is. For Wednesday, March 18th, 2026, new goodness, make the time to go work on the problem. You won't make it less challenging by running away from it. You'll only increase the effort and time necessary to deal with it. Do yourself a big favor and avoid every temptation to procrastinate. Your effectiveness is much greater when you begin at the first minute rather than the last minute. Find genuine satisfaction in the focus and discipline of your good work. Appreciate the value that's being produced with every effort you put forth. Instead of being resentful of the price you must pay, be thankful for the rewards you're creating. Commend yourself for seizing the opportunity to make a difference when there's an issue to be addressed, a challenge to overcome, a goal to be achieved, a dream to be reached. That's when you excel. Do exactly that and don't stop before you bring new goodness to life, Ralph Moore. So let's talk about new goodness. You know, I truly think about that every day with this platform, right? We just went from somebody who should not have a whole career to ending it on a children's book and Lizzo in the same show. Where they do that at, right? And I recognize that for a lot of us, we want life to be this big, grand, and wondrous thing. But what do you do when every day isn't like that, right? So the first thing I would say about make the time to go work on the problem, just because you have to do work on the problem doesn't mean there won't be a solution on the other side. Just because you do work on the problem doesn't mean there won't be a solution on the other side. Just because you do work on the problem doesn't mean there won't be a solution on the other side. Excuse me. The second thing I'll tell you is your effectiveness is much greater when you begin at the first minute rather than at the last minute. And I also think this deals with the preparation for the first minute, right? You could be put in a game 7, but you have to do the work to get to that game 7, right? And so what I would say to each and every single one of you is recognize that practice is not a bad thing. It's not. You having to go through game 1, game 2, game 3, 4, 5, and 6 is only building you up to your game 7. So recognize that doing the work is a tool for you to get to your goals, right? That's the second thing I'll tell you. Then finally, the third thing I'll tell you. Instead of being resentful of the price you must pay, be thankful for the rewards that you're creating. Now, there's nothing wrong with feeling away if some things are not happening in your favor, but don't let that resentment negate the blessings that you have. Don't let that resentment negate the blessings that you have. Don't let that resentment negate the blessings you have. I was talking with a coworker this morning, and I said to him, you may not be where you want to be, but thank God you're not where you used to be. And I think to myself of like, wow, to be a black kid from Little Rock, Arkansas, to go from Nickelodeon to 1 million views on YouTube. And I just did it off of hard work and discipline and caring about what I do. The fact that hard work can pay off is a humbling feeling, a reflective energy. But most of all, it is a motivating energy to know that if hard work can pay off here, the hard work can also pay off in other areas. So with that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you're doing, do what you know. Never say 1 point special, because you were always one of us. Interest, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself? It's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully by spending time together, rise break together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life. Or child, you're not being a L'Oreal, calling somebody corny, or even if you didn't call them corny, you still bullying their name. But yet, you're wearing this. Give me a moment. But yet you're wearing this on the National Syndicated Radio Show. Make sure the replay is not just for if you watch it, not just for if you listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. I love you, I value you, I appreciate y'all. Always remember, see love you gotta give it, or see love you gotta give it, or see love you gotta give it. Whatever obstacles you've overcome, whatever success you have achieved on this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, listen. Truly, when I think about my family, we may not have everything, but we have each other. And I think we need to start thinking more like that. We may not have everything we want, but at least we have each other. And having each other is not just in terms of money, but it's about support, it's about care, it's about perspective. And I think if we do that a lot more often, not saying the world's gonna be fixed, but damn it, the world would not be as in much pain as it is right now. Commercial break and fireworks are coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love and send it right back to you. If this is your final tour for the evening, good evening to you. But if not, I will see you in under 30 minutes, okay? We got one more tour to do, child. Love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I embrace y'all. See you real soon. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying